Hi everyone, Bandana here. Welcome back to StarRupture. What are we at? So we've just had another event. Have we unlocked everything? That's all on question marks. Are we done? I don't think we are. I think I was about to start building the new thing, wasn't I? Late last night that I was playing. Let's see what I was needing. Well, there's one thing left, isn't there? Yes. Large storage. And it was something... Was it nozzles I had to make? Of all things, nozzles. So I need to dismantle everything and make nozzles. I think. It is nozzles. I need to make nozzles. And to make nozzles, I need... heat-resistant sheets, titanium bars, helium... and tubes. And tubes and heat-resistant sheets are the awkward things to make. These things are furnaces. Let's just do this. So, heat-resistant sheets need calcium powder and the two types of metal sheets. I think we're going to struggle for spacing here. These need to go anyway because we'll need to put the presses down. That press can go as well. Let's just sort these. Let's use that and then eat some of these.
I advise caution. The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual. Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
Oh. There's a funny cough and a sneeze at the same time. Okay. I'm just dropping all this stuff because I don't need it, really. It's kind of just in my way. I'll keep 100 of those, though.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
So, let's... I guess we can leave that there. Let's get rid of this one. Although, we don't know if we're splitting it between 3 or not, so let's just get rid of that. So, how many of these are produced at a time is the next question. So it produces 1 every 5 seconds. So, it's going to be 2 or less. How much? Oh wait, that was the... Is it the same? Produces 1 every 6 seconds, so it's even less common. Okay, so definitely 2 per. Right. You don't need to make bars anymore. Let's just make life... It's easier to just start from scratch for this because it's going to be such a big thing. So, what's getting produced over here? You're producing sheets. We don't need sheets for anything, so this goes the journey. These are producing ceramics. Which we don't need. And that's helium, which doesn't need to be there. We do need calcium powder, though, so... This is bringing calcium from down there. Okay. Right. Just leaving masses of boxes everywhere, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we know we need nozzles, so let's start with the easiest thing for this. So we're going to need more of these built along here. So let's build... Let's assume we're going to build 4 mega presses for the time being, and then we can address more after that. We want them all in a similar sort of position all the way up. Positioning these is a little bit awkward. There we go. Technically I put 5 down. That's okay. We'll roll with it for now. Getting them down here is going to be a pain. Right. I'm going to put them all on nozzle just so I've done that part. Because... So... These will use 1 titanium bar every 6 seconds. How many titanium bars do these produce? They use 1 every 6 seconds. These produce 2 titanium bars every 2 seconds. That's 8 per 6 seconds. So technically, we could feed 8 of these with 1. Which will be the job of that over there. That's the job of that device there. I think. What we're going to do is have a little rethink of this entire side, because we've got stuff going in, out, round the back, and it's just a mess, right? So let's just tidy it up at this side as well, and space things out a bit better, move them further back, because we're going to have bigger production trees here. So we'll try and be a bit more sensible about it. Same with that thing there. Alright. So what we definitely know is that is going to be needed to produce that. So if we build... Let's focus on this first and get it in and done. So if I build this to come up to here. Let's assume we could build a couple more of those here. So let's do that to there. And then we bring it over here. And we're going to put it... Let's put it kind of up 1, don't we? And what we're going to do is put this down. I'm going to keep this all in the same row. Try and keep it as low as we can without causing any issues. And then we can always add more afterwards. I think the rails are a bit weird still, but I'm going to put it on that middle one. I'm not sure it's the right thing to do, but it's what I am doing. Obviously none of this is going to have power at the moment, but I'm not in any rush for it to start doing its thing. I'd rather get everything set up. And this means we can always extend it further. Okay. So that means we've got the titanium blocks going in. So that's that one done. The next one that's going to be pretty easy is helium, right? Now, equally, when it comes to the helium, can these convey it? I don't think that would be a sensible idea. I was just thinking, can these conveyors have more than one thing on, but I don't think that's a good idea. Right. So, let's raise this up. So, should be high enough, right? So that's helium. And the helium can go to this one or this one? This one. Oh, hang on. Wrong place. There's a method to why I'm changing this around a second, but no, I'm an idiot. Think about what you're doing for a second. Right. That to there. That one to there instead. It's really hard to see where you're aiming this sometimes. I think there. One higher. I want it one lower than that. It's not easy. There we go. 1, 2. Alright. You got that. Happy with that? I think so. Perfect height. Okay. So that is looking good. So that's going to fill up all of those now. Okay, so the next thing we want to produce probably... What's the next easiest? Tubes. Heat-resistant sheets. I think tubes are the easier one to make. Although they're pretty straightforward, to be fair. So we'd need one of each metal thing. I think we move these further back. Just because they're not really far forward, but they're far enough forward that I'm thinking, well, if we move it back up to here somewhere. So let's put down 2 smelters. Right up to this line. I think that's pretty good. Might only need 1 smelter, to be honest, but we'll do it this way. That's very annoying. It auto-rotates the opposite direction. Like, I want it to stay a particular direction, and it auto-rotates when it flicks between thingies. Like, if I move it, then it goes straight again. I want it to do that. Build this here. Do that to there. To there. And that to there. So. Then we will build an inventory full of junk again. Yes, it is. Hang on. Don't need any of this stuff, so we'll just drop it. And it'll all get burnt away when the next rupture happens. But you end up with so much junk in your inventory, it's quite annoying. Fine. So we've got those. Now we need to build a furnace for definite. So let's build a furnace here. Nice and close. It doesn't need to be far away. We'll lift it up a bit. Probably just connect it to this, couldn't we? Because it's literally... it's just this one going into the middle there. And then that, see, is going to do calcium powder. And that's going to produce calcium blocks. So that can actually start producing those. Hopefully, yeah. Let's make calcium powder. And then we need to bring across... how much does that make? 2 per 2 seconds. And that'll make 2 every 5 seconds. So we actually only need 1 of those. Technically. So let's remove that for now. We have the option to expand if we need to. So then we need to bring across a smelter for iron and a smelter for the copper, which isn't called copper, but it is copper, let's be fair. So we'll do 1 smelter for the iron, and then slightly further along, 1 for the copper. And then we need to bring that across. Kind of like this multi-rail to some extent, but I don't know. Right. So this is the titanium. I keep calling it iron and copper, but this one's titanium. This one can go into this one, I guess. That should be sufficient for what we're going to make here. We're making titanium, obviously. And then we need 1 to do the copper equivalent, which totally isn't copper, honest. So... you are a copper one. But you're kind of... let's have this one, shall we? pretty high across, but that's alright. That's fine. We just want it right next to this one. There we go. And it can come up here. Lovely. Start making that. And then we need to make, with the fabricator, what we're going to do is I'll put down one for now, with the intention of expanding it to 2. So we'll put them down so they're in place ready, but we'll only connect 1. Now, this is probably the best way to do this. You connect to that. You connect to that. And then you connect to this one. And you connect to this one. I'm going to do titanium sheets. You'll do plates. And then we need to put calcium, so it's at this that's manufactured, right? Yeah. We actually need less of those, that's interesting. Okay, so build. We'll start with 1 furnace producing these, with the intention that we can increase the number. So we'll put 1 here. Put down rail connector for this, which is going to be at quite a high height. To that, and then that will come out and connect to that. Excellent. And then this one is producing. Next time, what we're going to do is, let's assume we're potentially going to build more. So we build this and build it there. Probably want it slightly to one side, don't we? So we can make sure everything connects. Okay. Let's do that. Let's actually make it slightly higher. Let's just assume we're going to put down an additional furnace, just so I know where to place this stuff. Even if we're not going to activate it yet. So we'll assume that that one is there. Which will be that high. So we want this one here, which will be that high. Just keeps me right, even if I don't connect it yet. And then this connects to this, and that will connect to the middle one. The same as that will connect to the middle one. That will connect to that one. And then we would do space then. Space, then method to my madness, honest. Just keeps everything lined up because I have no idea how many of these I'm going to build. I could sit and work it out, but I'll be there for ages working it out. So let's just build it and have the fun of doing that. Then we can adjust as we need to. So this one is producing metal. I can do that now. Oh, this is a dilemma though. This is facing the wrong way. So that's... yeah. I hadn't thought about that. This needs to go from that side to that side. Or it would be nice if there was like a quick switch tool so you could switch them around. So that one now wants to go that way, those ones going that way. Is this functioning? Yeah, that's making titanium sheets. Why is this one not taking anything? Is it not set up? Ah, it's not set up, that's why. So now if I do that, everything should start flowing to it. Yes. Good. And then we need to do the lower down one. Is it best to put it there? So it's really low? I mean, it will function there, won't it? Is that gonna... ah, now I think the cables going to that will bump into it. Because the lines are quite tight there. Is that gonna... it doesn't like being there, does it? But it's kind of where it needs to be, that level. Make sure they all connect. Yep. I mean, it works, right? And then that one connects to this. Splendid. Happy days. So that's working well. This will now produce the correct item here. No. Yeah, so that'll produce the heat resistant thingies, and then we just need to build these in here as well. So wondering the best way to do this. I guess height is going to be the key here to get above these ones. Which height is the question? Is that high enough? Kind of wants to be here, doesn't it? So if I build a rail from there to there, yeah, that works perfectly. Just to go there. Oh, because they're in a slightly different position back here, that's why it's funny now. Let's make sure all these connect, because I have a concerned feeling that it will go. It will go. As long as they all go in, I'm not too bothered. Okay. Well, I'm going to build another one of these here. Now, too high. Can you connect to the back one I want? Yes. Can you connect to there? Can you connect to there? Connect to there. And you connect to there. And you connect to there. And then it's the last thing, tubes. Because tubes is probably easier, isn't it, as well? Tubes, I'm pretty sure it is a fabrication thing. Tubes is a fabrication thing. It is made from purely the titanium. So let's put down a smelter. We'll start with one. And this shouldn't need as much room, so we're going to put this slightly further forward. One smelter. And then 2 fabricators. So we do titanium rods, takes 2, 2, 2, and then titanium sheets, which takes 1 and makes 2 every 2 seconds. And then we have a fabricator, which we're just going to line up here, but move forward slightly. And this will make tubes. And that takes 1 of each. It's going to be making 2, so we can build another one of those. Wait, how many does that use? That's every 4. It makes 4 every 4 seconds. Well, it's going to be churning out a lot of these, but we can do 2 based on 1 set of these, I think. So tubes. Is that set to tubes? Yeah. You're doing rods. You're doing that. So then we want to do. One connector for that. Then another connector for this. It's going to be all tangled into each other, but never mind. You connect to that. Oh. About to die of thirst. And relaxing this to some extent. To some extent, at least. And then that can just connect to there, I guess. You connect to that. You connect to that. And you connect to that. And then we need to build these here. You connect to the back one. You connect to that. You connect to that. And then we bring over some of this. We're going to get rid of that one. Build rail to here. In that. Okay, now that's connected to everything. And that will start sending us. Oh, it won't because I haven't done that. Oh, well. Okay. And then we need to do the final one of these. So, what are we thinking height-wise? We do it there, couldn't we? It doesn't need to be higher. Can we get away with that? The real question is whether this will connect to there without an issue. The answer is yes, so that is actually okay. the right height. Just gotta make sure all of these work without issue. Certainly looks like it. You go this way. You go... Oh. Dilemma. This one won't connect. What is the problem? Okay, can we assist by doing that? A little bit messy there, but never mind. That's okay. Okay, now I'm trapped in between these. Shit. There's got to be a better way to do that that I'm missing. That has to be right. I'm going to build... So you're in this line. So if I do that there... there, you can to there, you can to there, you will connect to there. Boom. Okay. So now these should all get the final item. And then we just need to set these up. Yeah, I'm not sure about the rail system still. It feels a bit faffy. I feel like you have a bit more control over the other stuff. The sort of satisfactory style conveyor belts. You don't have as much flexibility in how they bend, certainly, but it just feels neater. See how this works out. I'm leaning towards doing it this way. Two per. Might not be the most efficient way. Might be one per is enough for these, but we'll see. What are they short on? Tubes. What's the issue with tubes? Ah. The tubes are completely ignoring this one. Why? There we go. Now they should use it. It's powered on at least now. Still nothing going that way. Why? I mean, it looks okay. Oh, there we go, finally. So, the biggest issue is a shortage of these things over here, which was what I imagined would be the shortfall. Plus, they're the hardest to make, so we will whack this onto producing the heat resistant stuff. This down here. Do it the same height. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That to there. Connect that to there. There is room to expand this as well if we need to. I just want to get it running smoothly. Plenty of materials going in that one. Plenty of materials going in that one. We're not seeing like a drop down. It is actually climbing still, so that's grand. We'll see if this is now producing enough to keep these running. So the question is, how short are we on that now we're producing another set? Still only 2 there. So we're still waiting for them. That's with that in full production. So we need more.
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait. I'm going to go back to this building. Because we have stuff to put in the crates. These advanced materials I've been collecting. Hang on. Is there anything I want to drop? To get burnt away. That. So I don't need those. I don't need that. I don't need that. Lovely. I also leveled up one of my skills again, but not very high, so I haven't unlocked anything else yet. They take a long time to upgrade. Right. Personal storage. Right here. I wanted to put in these, and I didn't have a full stack of those, so there we go. Drop those as well. Lovely. Let's have a little drink. Bite to eat. Sort our inventory. And this is already at 10%, so, you know, even with the need of an extra one of those missing, should be actually need to sort that out and put an extra one in just to speed it up, but it's still progressing, which is fine. This is going to explode in flames. It looks like basically a solar storm, doesn't it?
Ruptura's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
Goodbye, landscape.
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
I mean, it is pretty impressive that they do that. I'm really curious, as I said yesterday in the previous video, whether this will be expanded into other effects like an ice storm or whatever, where everything gets frozen. It might be a bit much, I'm not sure, but I love the concept. And I love the idea that some stuff is only available after the rupture has done its thing. I really like that as a concept. Because it gives a reason to explore both when it's happened and when it's not. So I do appreciate that they've gone to that effort. Right, let's go outside then. There we go. No, it's still hot. You lied to me. You said acceptable parameters. You lied. You lied to me. I think it just gets ahead of the game sometimes. There we go. So, what I was going to do was build another furnace so we produce more of the stuff over here. Oh yeah. We're too far. There we go. So yeah, here. More of these. So let's put a furnace down. Obviously we won't know how it's working for a while, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. I just like to get it up and running. So that one goes to this side. That one goes to the middle. And then that one goes to this edge here. That seems to work to me. And then we change that over to that. Splendid. And it will all cool down. I'll go and cool the core down. I don't think it makes it. I don't think it speeds up the cooling down of everything. But I will do it. I think it's just what it is. And you can upgrade the core, but the upgrade's so minimal it doesn't seem worth it. I do think they need to have a look at how much the upgrades cost for various things and the recipes for the food and stuff and what the food actually gives you. Like, most of the food feels a bit pointless. Yeah, I think all that needs looking at. This will speed things up a bit because they'll be producing those while the others are waiting. But I can't really cool everything down. Let's let that do its thing. You notice everything else is cool already because there's very little built elsewhere. Most of the stuff's built here. We've got loads of these to explore at the other side. These points of interest. I'm going to turret down there. Habitats there, which they're bugged, but they're there. Same as this. Bugged, but they're POI. I think that's a POI, but it's what that is. Oh, you know what it is? It's one of those scanners. It's one of the scanners. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Really, this is the only thing I haven't properly explored, and then the big hole in the ground. Everything else we sort of looked at, except some of the caves. I'm wondering, I'm going to do a test because I want to know how far these extendable platforms will go. So let's just run a test while we're waiting, because I want to see how good they are. So if I build one there, and then I was to build an extendable walkway on it, it needs... What I'm wondering is it the same length as, say, extendable walkway? Ramp is too long. So let's find where it's not too long. So that's not too long. So let's build one behind it. Two behind, three behind, there we go. Extendable walkway. That. So that's not too long either. Okay. So we know that one works, so let's get rid of that. And let's build one here. It's got a bit of a bend in it, but I'm not sure that matters too much. Okay, so we were literally almost there. That one's fine as well. So I reckon the limit is here. Bit of experimentation. Yeah, so there's the limit. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 squares long. So we can go 19 squares. So it's pretty long. I mean, that would make it a lot easier for getting around, right? If you just built these everywhere. 19 long. It's going to be a pain to do it, though. Really, when you build an extendable walkway, you should click it like that, and it should have... Like, it shouldn't need a socket. It should just have a thing at the end of it. See, like a platform. Dear devs, please make it so that you have an option to build that with a platform at the end. Because there isn't one here. But, like, you got a support pillar there. Can you put something on top of that that is even taller than it usually would be? I've not even noticed this before. Hang on. Can I put stuff on top of that? Apparently not. Support a platform. Building has to touch terrain. So what's the point in that then? What can you build on top of that? If everything has to touch the terrain, what is the point of the support pillar? I don't understand. I can put a normal platform on top of it. And then can I build an extendable walkway on that? I can. So I could actually use those to build standard platforms and extendable walkways. Support tiles placed above it, but you can't place much above it, I'm assuming. I'm going to guess you can't place a... can't place some kind of factory on it. Smelter, for example. Building is not stable. I don't think this will make much difference, but I'm just... 2, 3. I'm just really curious if this will work. Back to our smelter. Building is not stable. What if I fill out all of these with pillars? I imagine this isn't going to work, but we'll try it. It's really hard to get.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
I don't think this will make any difference, but I'm trying it anyway. I'm just very curious if that's possible. Ah, sakes. That's taller, isn't it? Oh, that's annoying. Didn't look like it was. There we go. I mean, that's like maximum support, right? If you build it through the entire bottom bit. That is now all the same height. I'm not convinced that this is going to but smelter. No. So it's not stable even with those there. Interesting experiment. Let's see how this is doing. That bought a little bit of time, right? That's about 10 minutes or something. Faffing about with that. Gotta experiment with these things. 17%. It feels like it's gonna go slow now. So, is there a slowdown in the system? Is the question. Is anything having to wait? You are getting low. Is that going lower or stabilized? That's going lower, I think, isn't it? I might have just stabilized. That's getting lower. Yes, they're getting lower, so we need more of both of these. So, we will activate this. Titanium sheets. We will connect it to... So we have to connect it to there, really. It's bugged. It's bugged. Oh no, it's going to let me do it. There we go. I thought it was completely bugged out there. Sometimes it goes, it's colliding with another building even though it's not. How much does this produce? This produces 2 every 2 seconds. And this uses 1 every 2 seconds. So that's perfect. And then, how are we doing over here? So this produces 2 every 2 seconds. And this uses 2 every 2 seconds. So we need to build another furnace. Wrong thing. Furnace. And we need to build another one of these. A smelter. And we will grab this. We connect that to there. That to there. Doesn't matter which one. And then we can connect that to... Well, this one's fine. Up the top. Set them up. You are going to make calcium blocks. You are going to make calcium powder. That should start requesting it now. It'll take a while to start going over there, but we should end up with just a constant stream. Yeah, there we go. So it stopped having little gaps in it, and it's just a constant stream now. And the other two will get full up faster. So, what are these at the front missing? Probably the same thing. Yes. Let's just see if that settles down now. Oh, this isn't connected, is it? This is now just going to spit out a load because I forgot to connect it. That'll temporarily change everything. Obviously these now stall because they're backed up a bit, but that's okay. Let that spread out and do its thing. This has got a load ready to go. So that'll flood everything on. We'll just have to see if it stabilizes. This is going up again. That's definitely gone up again. Yeah, I think we're okay again now. So these use every 5 seconds 2 of these. Got 3 on the go, so that's 6 every 5 seconds. And these produce 2 every 2 seconds, so I'm producing 4 per 4 seconds. But let's say it's over a 10-second period. Make it easier. So the other ones use 4 per 10 seconds. These produce 2 by 5, so they're producing 10. So, oh man, I need to write this down. My brain and mental arithmetic these days are not great. So these produce 10 per 10 seconds, and the other things use 4 per 10 seconds. So 2 of these is producing 20 per 10 seconds, which will technically feed 5 of the other things. Because 5 by 4. that sound right? So these produce 2 by 2 seconds and they use 1 each. So every 10 seconds they're producing 10. And these use 1 every 5 seconds. So they use 2 per 10 seconds for those. So again, technically we could have 5 of these. Technically we should be able to have 5 of these on the go without running out. But we have now reached peak production at the front, I think. But it is currently flooded because lots of extra ones went in. So the question is whether this remains high. And the ones at the end are going to be obviously lower. I think it's going down still. They're using 2 every 6 seconds. So, more mental arithmetic. We're using 2 every 6 seconds. Oh, we've got 5 machines. So we're using 10 every 6 seconds. And we are producing 4 from each of these, which means we're producing 12 per 10 seconds. So technically we should be producing enough. Oh no, that's using 10 every 6 seconds. So technically in 10 seconds it's using more than 12. So I actually need to build another one of these. Scribbly bit of paper next to me to write that down. Right. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up too much. So that means we're now producing 16 every 10 seconds. Is a fair amount. And they need 10 every 6 seconds. So let's say 30 seconds. Because 6 times 5 is 30. So they need 50 every 30. And we're producing 16 times 3. Not quite enough, is it? 30 and 18. Which gives us 48. So we're short. We're short 2 per 30 seconds. Which means we're short 4 per minute. You will have to excuse my terrible mental arithmetic today. I think I'm right with that. But I was up till like 2:30 AM working. Not on any video stuff, on other work that pays money. So I'm a bit knackered today. Well, that should improve things. Can I get away with putting another one of these down? I don't know if I can. I don't think I'm producing... What am I not producing enough of? Calcium powder is an issue. I've been recording for just over an hour, and I need to go and take my dog for a walk, so I will have to pause my recording and save and continue later. But that's neither here nor there. Right, there's not enough. That's the problem here. One of the problems. There's not enough of this coming through. Why is this not getting enough? Something's not right. It could be producing more, couldn't it? Has this stopped producing as much, I wonder? You know what I mean? Has it slowed down for some reason? I don't know if they do slow down over time. I'm not sure what the rule is on this. I'm not sure if they're fresh, they produce more. One every 0.8 seconds. I'm going to put another one down. And then I'll do... This comes to here, let's say. And then we're going to build a storage depot V2, just because I'm curious how much this holds. And then I'm going to murder this and build this. Do that to this side. That to there. And then that to this up here. I mean, I do have the option of the other thing that's incoming, but just curious how much this is producing per second. That's one every 0.8, so it's the same. So I'm not sure. But now there's less of a gap between them, so let them do that. Hopefully that helps. I'm tempted to just pipe the other one in as well. Is this going to convolute matters if I connect these together? Probably. These transfer 120 per minute, so that means how much is each one of these using? Because if there's a constant stream, do these use 2? They use 3 per 2 seconds. So actually they're using more. Can I upgrade this? I can upgrade it just by clicking on it. speed up the process a bit. I'll also just drop off all of this that I picked up in these, because I don't need it. But I can drop it in here. I mean, like, Satisfactory, you can play with a spreadsheet out and work out the exact amount of everything you're using and stuff like that, which is, you know, an immense amount of dedication, might I just say. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, at all. So that's technically now sending 150. I don't know if they're getting slowed down a lot on that. Not fast enough, is it? Always goes back to 2. Well, this one's struggling now. What's happened here? There's only 2 coming through. There's only 3 at a time coming through. That's really weird. Oh, this has stopped production. What's wrong with it? It's not producing hardly any. Something's wrong. Is it our issue? It keeps going blocked. How is it becoming blocked? What I'm going to do is just do this. And just see if this solves that issue. It seems like a weird bug. So it shouldn't be blocked in any way, shape or form. That seems to be running better now. How weird. Let's go up and check it. It's not flashing anymore. No, it's now working smoothly. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Am I having the same issue at the other side? I am. What the heck's going on there? This one's blocked because it's not being used. That makes sense. This one's just slower, but it's not blocked. So that's fine. This one's blocked. What is this nonsense? Just replacing that seems to solve the issue. Very strange. I think that's just a bug or a glitch. You know, some of these rocks are different sizes. I've never noticed that before. Yeah, they're coming out in weird dribs and drabs, but it seems okay now. It's 3 at a time, as you would expect. Let's see if that just settles down now. It's weird that it's sending 3 at a time like that and not just sending the right amount, you know? It should just flood down the line, surely. It does seem a little bit buggy suddenly. Not sure why. I think that's just bugs. But again, it's this rail system. I don't really understand all the time how it's working. It seems to be like putting a request in and then getting stuff, but it just feels really buggy at times. 62%. Right, I'm going to save there. I need to go and walk my dog, and I will catch you up later. Okay, so one walk and some lunch later, we are back. So, this is now on 64%. It is just chugging along nicely. This is still a little bit slow. I wonder if I should connect... Hang on. Oh.
I advise caution. The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual.
I'm just saying I can put more...
It was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
I could put more in using this. See if I can flood them doing this. I'm not convinced it will work, but I'm going to try. Just to stop them slowing down constantly. I mean, the same's happening over here, but... I don't know how else to do it. As I say, I'm not sure I like these rails. Because it's only sending stuff that's requested. I don't want them to have to request it. I want it just to back up down the rail. And this is requested loads, and then... only dribs and drabs afterwards. See what I mean? I mean... like, that's full of these things. And yeah, it's just dribs and drabs, dribs and drabs, dribs and drabs. And then it slows down. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's buggy or this is the system they're going with. Satisfactory's conveyor belt system shits all over this. I'm sorry to the devs of this game, but it's really messy. Like, exceptionally so. And it's hard to make not messy. And then there's also the issue of, well, why only send stuff that's requested? Why not just fill the entire rail like you would a conveyor belt. Because it just slows things down. And then things don't finish, and I don't know. I think the rails are probably one of the most frustrating things about the game, because they're a core part of the game, but they don't function in a very good way at all. I don't know. Hopefully they adjust these, because they are just kind of frustrating at the minute. Right, so we're at a point where 5 of those gives 30 calories, or I can eat 1 of those and get 12. Why would I not just eat 1 of those? The whole recipe thing is really bad as well at the minute. I hope they rework that. It's on 74%. What I'm thinking is, once we do this, then we've unlocked everything, and all that's left to do is go and explore over here. But we also have, we can go and mine some sulfur up there, I guess. But in terms of points of interest, I guess we could go and have a look at these. When there's a firestorm. And there's this, but it's covered in poison, so I don't see how we can go in there without getting infected. And we don't have any armor upgrades or anything, so yeah. You know what I could think about doing is upgrading my weapon. Because I think I can have armor-piercing rounds for the rifle. Let's go and have a look at that while we're waiting. Oh yeah, I don't know what's up with these. I really don't. Like, there's loads of material stored in these, but it's not sending them along. It's just dribs and drabs. I really don't understand if it's buggy or what. So over here in the intel and stuff, I've got 131 of this now. So there's no upgrades for that. But this we have upgrades for. So we can get piercing magazine. Get this enemy penetration mod installed and get ready to defend yourself. Now against 3 aliens at a time, so it'll hit 3 aliens at once. It's experimental weapon sway reduction module. And this, so what's that one do? Reduces recoil. Increases movement speed. We can upgrade this to a short barrel. Reduces deployment time. Increases rate of fire. Cooled barrel. I mean, I want the piercing magazine, right? And I can't afford the other upgrade anyway, so that's that. %, and that's everything unlocked. Large personal storage. And then I've kind of, if nothing else unlocks after that, I've completed it, right? That is the playtest complete, other than exploring and going and getting killed, basically. That was a funny graphical glitch when I looked up there. That thing looks like it's ready to burst again. I mean, everything looks like it's running pretty smoothly now. For the most part. This isn't struggling for anything. It is managing to keep up with the requirements of every item. So I guess we can be happy with that. Why don't we kill some time by building a walkway all the way to the other side of the map? Just massively speed up our running around. I think we can just make this go straight over, can't we? In fact, the issue there is it's not going to be straight because we're going to go into that. No, I guess there's worse things than going straight into that, because technically it's still a platform, right? It's the furthest away I can build. So I'm going to assume that that's the length I will make these. I have no idea if that's 19 like I measured earlier. But it's what we're going with. Okay, that doesn't work. That's what I was a little bit worried about. Let's do this. I didn't realise for the longest time what the external walkways were, to be honest. This is again why you desperately need hotkeys in this game. Oh, excluded area, you say? I guess it's inevitable you're going to walk into something that's an excluded area. How far out do I have to go? I have to go over to there.
I am detecting increased Rapture activity. I recommend finding a safe place.
Seems very similar, very recent compared to the other one. Wasn't that long ago? Oh well. Fine. It's funny it'll let me build there, but not there. Well, at least we can run back faster now. Or we would if I didn't fall off. This is a slight dilemma, is that it is easy to fall off. Oh, 98%, and this flame thing's going to happen, then it's not going to finish. And then I'm going to have to wait ages. That's such a shame, because otherwise it would be done, right? Ah, frustrating. Such a shame. We'll leave a warning, and then we're going to get a few seconds. And that's not going to spit out everything within those few seconds, sadly. $99. It's finished. It's finished. I'll let the heat wave hit before I try and open it, because it always lags a little bit when all the flames go off.
StarRupture has started. Hide.
Bye-bye outside.
Extreme temperature detected.
I just realised, looking at it out there, you can see all the clouds coming in and everything. So. That's it. We've unlocked everything that is available to us. A large personal storage which can fit in the wall. It's not that much bigger. Hang on.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Oh, in fairness, it's only 2 lines. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it takes up the same space as 2. So you're basically getting an extra line. I mean, it's not amazing, is it? It's not amazing. Which is pretty much summing up all the upgrades in this game. They're not amazing. What's the cost of that compared to a standard one? Double the costs for an extra line. Okay, well that's, I guess, fair. So the only thing we haven't built yet is a sulfur extractor. So I think we should go and do that. Then we'll walkway cannot connect to nothing. I'm going to dump these as well. So, guess you want to go over this way. So just kind of want to go north. I'm not going to build a walkway all the way there. I will spare myself the insanity of doing that. I will grab the fancy material on the way though. I just kind of want to build the sulfur thing, so I've done it. I'm getting a few graphical glitches at the minute in this. Keep getting flickers and things like that. I don't think there'll be any enemies spawned in this. I don't think they spawn when it's burnt out. I think they come back afterwards. So we head over here. We already put down some base buildings. Might have time to explore a couple of caves. Do you remember I went in the cave around here though? And the cave I went in was too small to get through the gaps. I think it was a design error. Or a world building error. Don't slide very far. Getting it to slide is also, I found, quite difficult. It doesn't seem to want to slide. I was about to say that looks bigger than the others, but I don't think it is. I think I went down here. I really don't want to get trapped down there either.
Come here.
There's no quartz down here. Quartz seems really rare. Oh, we had a look. Back up here before it grows back. This way? Yeah. I guess we'll build the sulfur thing and just put the refinery down or whatever, just to say we've done it. I don't think that it's going to advance our technology or anything like that, but I'd like to just do it to have done it in the playtest. But I think the playtest is done at that point, except for exploring those other two areas. I think everything else is just like producing infinite stuff, which obviously we don't need to do. So sulfur is just up here. We'll take it from this side. Well, build a rail front in this direction. We'll build a container. We'll build a turbine next to it. This side, I think. Connect to that. Going to hold sulfur. Oh, that holds a lot more. A 4x4 100 stack. Nice. So that holds a lot. And just for the sake of us doing it, we build a refinery. Oh, you need ceramics to make it. Well, there you go. I'm not sure I can make ceramics here because I don't have the thingy, so I'll have to take this all the way back to the main place. Oh man. Gonna be the best way to go. It's gonna have to be this way and across. I think going through this gap is best. Yeah. I like the concept of the multi-rail, but it's literally just that, so you have to build multiple rails between it. If I do that, and then do that, it doesn't want to build 3, no.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Not built in a core area. I mean, I guess maybe I just build multiple thingies at the other end. Maybe that's just as an efficient way to do it than building lots all the way along. But no, it's a very, very weird system. Enemies. These ones are annoying because they move around. And I'm not aiming as fast as I once did when I was younger. Right. So I should have thousands coming. It's going to take a while to get here. So while it's setting that up, we're going to set some stuff up as well. This is all finished, right? All of this stuff just goes now because, well, it's finished, so... There's nothing else to do. I mean, other than just send them random stuff for the sake of it. Infinitely send them that, infinitely send that. Why bother? What do I get out of it? If I finished, I finished, right? Any items I didn't find as well. Couple, what now? You're not even producing what I want. I need you to produce ceramics. So I need sheets. You don't produce sheets, do you? No. All gone. Screw it, just do this. Start over. As lovely as that setup was, it's just not needed now. Hang on a minute. I wish there was an easier way to drop these. I don't know if there's like a hotkey, but I don't think so. Certainly the game's never mentioned one. All my building materials, right? All my building materials. Because I use them for everything else. Drop, 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 drop. Let's keep some of those just to take with me. Right. So, now I need to build a couple of fabricators. Yeah. Not bothered about how neat it looks anymore. These, and then I want to build furnace. I'll build 2. I'm just going to build. I mean, I'm not even fussy, I'm just going to do this. And you come to... doesn't really matter which one we do. And then we need... you build ceramics. You build ceramics. And then we build a refinery. Which is that? You go there. You go to there. You go there. Go to there. This one to there. There's no benefit, I don't think, to doing this. I'm just doing it because I want to do it. There is a huge amount of sulfur finally coming along there. It's taking its time, but it is coming. Grid's pretty epic now. There we go, it's arrived. Excellent. And this should start producing sulfuric acid. But there's no more research to be done, so I can't even unlock more for that building, I don't think. I will go and check. But I think that's it. No, the only thing I haven't done is pressure tank, because I've never found one. But other than that, everything else is completed. Wait, and the furnace. Oh, I've never found a super magnet. What are you gonna do? Not all that was the answer. Like 3 every 2 seconds, so that's pretty fast. Takes a lot of sulfur though. It's a bit slow again, dribs and drabs with the sulfur, it's pretty stupid. Well, there you go. We made sulfur. So, Unless I'm missing something, which I don't think I am. We'll go back to the original base building and just make sure there's nothing else. The original basement, the original ship that we arrived in. Just make sure there's nothing else to click on or unlock. But I think that's done and dusted now in terms of the main stuff. Like building everything up. I mean, the devs haven't specified what's what, but Computer channel here is just a welcome message. And personal storage, which is empty because I took the stuff out of it. So yeah, I think we have completed the game. Other than we haven't done the other areas. I'm going to use my heal because there's another way I'm going to heal.
I'm healed.
Even though that takes a long time to regen. So this will be an extra long episode, I guess, because technically we finished it, right? What if I pause the recording, and although this is going to be a longer episode, I'll pause it, and I'm going to run over to one of the areas that we haven't been to yet, so we can try and fight in it. How's that sound? Let's try and do the poisoned area, just out of curiosity. Maybe there's some way to stop the poison. Let's try that. So I'll pause until I am here. I was going to put down some turrets and stuff, but apparently this is all an excluded area, so not going to happen, I guess. There's... That is something that's giving off the poison, I think. So if I destroy all of those on the buildings, the poison might dissipate, I'm guessing, but I'm not certain. There's a lot of poison up there, isn't there? I don't think that's going to help. I think that's too much. I don't think I have the gear to get in here, in all honesty. I think you probably need some kind of armor upgrade to do this part of the map, which I don't have. Yeah, come on, come to me, let's have a fight. Where are you? Here we go. Come on. I saw one drop over there. There we go. Yeah, it's infection. Your shield will not function in an infection cloud. So, if all it does is remove my shield, that's not technically the end of the world, is it? I think it could be a lot worse. But it doesn't actually poison me, let's say. The spitter ones are kind of annoying because they don't just come for me. They just kind of linger around. I'll credit where credit is due. The AI on them is kind of good. Plus they're very annoying. Oh, there's one.
Ah, gotcha.
But does it damage my health? I don't think it does. I think it just disables my shield. Which isn't the end of the world. Also makes seeing stuff difficult. I'm happy to get their attention as long as they come to me, so then I can fight them on my terms. I need to be careful now because my shield hasn't regened yet. They do 5 hit points per hit. There we go. I'm gonna end up dying here because they're so... they jump around so much. Some of these shots are just me getting lucky. I was thinking to myself, do they just keep coming forever? This seems to be a non-ending supply of them. I don't go around this way at all and jump up. It might be too steep. I don't know, I think it's made so you can't do that. Worth a try. Hello. Hello. I don't think they're stopping, are they? I mean, I must have killed 30, 40? I mean... Yeah, they're just spawning here. It's a never-ending spawn situation.
Gotcha. I'm healed.
I'm impressed I managed to heal myself, if nothing else. Because I thought for sure I was dead there. What did I pick up? Nothing amazing. I am running out of ammo. I think these are never-ending spawns as well, so I don't think this is supposed to be winnable with the current level of stuff. Oh shit. Don't get yourself stuck in a corner, that's a bad idea. I think we had a valiant effort. We tried our best. But, there's a situation where it's a never-ending spawn. I think I tried it after there'd been a firestorm as well. I don't think it helped the situation. Pretty sure it was still swarming. Could maybe try that again though. I'll leave this video there, and then if there's anything else exciting happens, I'll let you know. It turns out that you're best off coming here after the rupture because nothing spawns. And you can go up and you can destroy all the things that kick out the poison, etc, etc, etc. Or you can just loot the place, however you prefer.
Great.
So there's all those blue things around, but you can just destroy them all. See them all up there. Plus you have to find them all. There seems to be quite a few of them. Various messages around here you can read as well. It's talking about aliens existing. How do we get on the top floor of that one? Or we jump up here. Yep. Our jump puzzle. It should be all of them, but it's not. Another message. I refuse to do the research. Never gonna take it anymore. Yada 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 yada. No money use is worth it. Bring me back to Earth, you psycho. Fair enough. Understandable,
Great.
I think, given the situation that they're in here, and that we are in as now as well. Fine. So. Wait. Is there a way in there? Maybe, and I've just gone past it. Yeah. No more blue goo? I don't need that, I don't need that, don't need helium. I do need the pressure tank, that was the one I was missing. Titanium I don't need. Bars I don't need. Stabilizer I don't need actually, so. I'm going back up here, so I wonder if I can get in there. I never thought about dropping down, but maybe I can. I was told that if you destroy all the blue things, then the area would clear, but that doesn't appear to have happened. Never mind. Can I go in here? Am I just going to break the game if I do this? No, I don't think I can go in there. Sadly.
Gotcha.
Don't see any more of the blue things. Electromagnetic coil, I think that's new. Oh. I mean, that's it, right? I've found all the ones I can. I damaged the ones up here before. It did say that if you destroyed all the blue things, it got rid of this, but I must be missing one somewhere. Maybe this one just never clears. Have I now searched this entire area then? So that was the main thing I wanted to do, was search it all.
Great.
Looks like. Let's leave. So there's one area left to explore. So I will work on that and catch them up. So I'm down here and I've killed quite a lot of these guys. But I'm not sure if it's like the other one, you know, where they just kept respawning. So I'm kind of just doing my thing and then we'll see what happens.
Gotcha.
There do seem to be less of them, but the penetrating bullets do seem to help when there's quite a few of them on top of you. Though they seem more buggy in this area, the bugs, or the aliens. Like they keep glitching out a little bit. Am I winning? Oh shit. I don't know if I'm winning or not. There do seem to be less of them. Though there's still a shed loads over there. Oh god. This might be one of those areas that you can only really explore after the rupture. I mean, there's less of them, definitely, but there's still an absolute shitload over there. You see them all kind of glitching out. Maybe if I had a rocket launcher? Or an artillery turret to fire in here? That would work. I've got loads of ammo, but that was a mortar one next to me there. They're like the ones I don't want to engage. Because they really hurt. I think this might just be a never-ending exercise, to be honest. Coming at them from above seems to be the way to do it. I think going down there would be a bad idea. I feel like falling down there would also be bad though. I think they are dying and not respawning. It's a spitter. Desperate need of a sniper scope on this thing. At least I got their attention. Okay, this is where there's now going to be a rupture and all of this is wasted. Oh shit. He knocked me off. Absolute swine. Thankfully I didn't do too much fall damage. Okay.
Ah, gotcha.
Grab everything we can. I like damaged buildings and stuff down here. So this corner. I need to pick everything up, and then I'll have to drop stuff as well. Da 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 da, yada 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 yada. Something, something, something story. This should go into a journal. This is whatever they're building there. I guess that's this thing. Don't need that. Don't need that. Electromagnet. I finally found an electromagnet, which isn't the one I needed, I don't think. I needed some kind of super magnet. It's funny, I found something completely different. Drop. Drop. There's a lot less enemies now, at least. Drop. Drop. This way. Up above me? Oh, there. Again. Anything in here? Yes.
Great.
Nothing too exciting though. The chest. Some wall bonds at least. Let's get rid of that junk. Get rid of that junk. Get rid of that junk. Go.
Rupture activity detected. I
Good
recommend
timing.
finding a safe place.
This isn't a safe space. I need to try and get back to this up here before I die. I'm coming straight back down here because at least after the rupture they'll all be dead anyway. But I've made a good effort at killing them, so I'm quite happy. This is where I find out, of course, that this is too deep to get affected by the rupture, and the creatures down here don't die. Good. I should have just gone straight for the stairs. Might make it. Come on. Made it. I think lucky is the term there, but good.
Rapture's eruption has started. StarRupture has started. Hide. Warning. Extreme temperature detected.
Pressurized helium and liquid helium, that's new. So I found some new interesting bits that I didn't have before. And things that I can't unlock anyway, so... interesting nonetheless. I don't think I can build the storage. No, because it's bugged. We'll go back down that, and then...
Planetary
that's it.
Returning to normal.
Once we've done this, that's it. Give it a minute to cool down. Come on. We searched most of the base. Again, I really wish there was a scanner so you could see what you'd looted and what you hadn't looted without just hoping to see the lights, but it is what it is, eh? So we just need to finish searching down here, and then we need to go up to the next area. See, there's already something down there I haven't seen. There's a couple of things over that way. Sometimes you just need a bird's eye view.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's nothing useful at all. At least we can say we've looked now. Something in the middle. See again. Just drop it all because we're not going to use it.
Aiden Patel, logistics commander of the World Engine 01 program.
World Engine. Is that to like move the planet?
The facility to begin operations.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
That's great news. Such a relief.
That was to build an engine that would move the planet.
Inside, that's something worth a proper celebrating.
Mr. Patel, it's official. We are a part of the humanity history. All right, crew.
Interesting. So there you go. They were trying to build an engine to move the planet. I guess to get it away from the rupture. The ruptura, and that way they could do whatever they wanted. Obviously, something went catastrophically wrong and it all blew up in their face. Was that because the engine didn't work, or because the aliens attacked them because they didn't want the planet to move? I guess all of that is part of the game's story, which we aren't going to find out for a little while at least.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm assuming I can't get up to the engine itself. I'm going to head up this way and see where I can get to. I'm expecting an invisible wall anytime soon. So we haven't been over this side. Stuff's starting to regrow, so it won't be long now before the aliens start coming back. Is it really going to let me through this way? Because this is like, again, a completely new area. Don't believe so. Didn't think so. Yeah. Can't get past these big pipes and stuff. How far can we go up here? Can we actually get in this facility? I very much doubt it. It's not going to stop me having a look. There's bits of pipe and stuff all over the place. This isn't a good entry point because there's a fan there, but... oh wow, we can go in. Definitely an invisible wall here, right? No way is it letting me in here. Yeah. There's your entry door. Invisible wall in front of it. You swines. You could have at least let me have a peek inside. That's pretty cruel. Letting me literally get up to the door. I suppose it didn't let me get to the door. It stopped me getting to the door. Maybe that's better than just finding a locked door with no key. Well, that is StarRupture. And it's playtest, I guess. Hashtag completed. Is that a thing that kids say? I don't get all the hashtag stuff. No. Fall damage is always 20%, apparently. I thought I'd just skirt around this edge because it's the only place I haven't been. I'm assuming I'll get up to where those pipes are and then I will hit an invisible wall. Not even anything to loot up here, weirdly. And this is where all these poisonous plants are. They're going to regrow in a minute, so I better get a jolly on. We go. Wait, I can go past this? Where does this lead to? Down this way. That leads back into this area, potentially. I mean... It's actually gonna let me go this way. I think it is, you know. Huh. There's not a lot down here though, is there? plants and stuff. I guess it just goes back round. Yeah, I'm gonna come back out here. Guess it was just another way around. I'm assuming I've seen the entire map now. Like, you know, within reason. Maybe not scraped a couple of edges or something, but I'll tell you, that's it. Invisible wall. Wait, hang on. There's literally an invisible wall between me and that side. Even though I've been technically on that side. Kinda weird. I guess I can get over here. Well, there you have it. The StarRupture playtest. I think it has a lot of promise. I think it has some really cool ideas. I think it needs a lot of work still. I think it needs scanners. I think it needs bigger guns. I think it needs some of the enemies changing, like the mortars, which are just too strong. But oh, and the rails are kind of annoying. There's like lots of individual things. Like the entire package feels good, but there's lots of individual things within it that really need a rework. The rails need a bit of a rethink, and how stuff transports along them needs a rethink. That was very frustrating. Trying to decide if that multicolored one up there is something different, because the rest of them aren't multicolored. Maybe it's like a special one. See how that one's multicolored up there.
Raptura status stable. Arcadia status stable.
But thank you for joining me through our playthrough. This one's again going to be a little bit longer since I put a little bit of the combat in, but yeah. Let's see how this one progresses. It could be a lot of fun if they tighten it up and fix some of the issues. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all soon.